Hello everyone, this is McLee, and how are you guys? I haven't really done a voiceover in what you can say a long time, but I'm excited, and I just want to show you how to make an awesome GFX. You're going to want to, I'm gonna put the link into the description, but I use a rig. It helps making graphics much easier in Roblox. We have a woman package, so we're gonna need woman rig, but I'll have a link to the blocky rig as well. So we have two rigs available right now. So I would go to the woman rig. You can download it. Don't click all of these ads. Be safe with all the ads. Just this is the download button. Make sure to hit that. So now after you have that, open Roblox Studio. There's a special plugin to put your character in Roblox Studio, so you can start. Now we're gonna search up load character. This is free. And then you want to hit this one. Don't hit that one. But you want to hit install, so you now have the load-in character. Now you hit load character after it's installed in the plugins tab, and then you want to type in your username, and then you want to hit spawn R6. So now that we have that, there's a few things you can do. So if you've seen some graphics with people who have no face, I kind of like to do that. So what you want to do is you want to go to workspace, go to your character, hit this little arrow button, and then hit the arrow, then find head, and then you want to hit the arrow button with that. Now when you find that, there's going to be a lot of different face stuff. Do not touch those. Do not touch those, or you will practically ruin your character and have to load it in again. Hit face. It has like a little image, and then you want to hit delete on your computer. So you see the face is it's gone now. Now we want to work on our scene, on our background. So what I used for the fancy bedroom GFX with the window and stuff, I searched up bedroom. I think it was like something like aesthetic bedroom. I don't remember, but you want to search up what you want. I think this might be it. Oh, yep, this is the exact bedroom I used. Now we're gonna add props. So what I used, I added a mug. So I'm just gonna search up a random mug. So now that we have our mug, character, and our room, now you're gonna be like, oh, how the heck do you take it from Roblox Studio to Blender? So first you want to do is you want to click on your character. Then you want to right click in this space. After, you want to make sure your character is selected, right click in this space, then you want to hit export selection, and then we're not done yet. Hit the arrow, scroll down, and then you want to click over here in this like little right area, and you want to left click, hold left click, and then drag all the way up to left arm, then release, then hit delete. After you do that, you want to click your character in the folder area, hit that. Then you want to right click again, then hit export, and then now you can delete. So now you can delete your character, you don't need that anymore. So then you want to repeat this process, and now for the room, there's a different process you want to do. Make sure first you want to add a roof, because this graphic has fancy lighting. So now that you've covered this room, now you want to left click, drag over the entire room. Then you want to go and right click, export. So now we are done with Roblox Studio. So in order to get to Blender, you're going to need to load in the woman rig that you downloaded. So after you download it, it's going to appear in the files, and then you want to click it, you want to left click it, and load the rig. Now Blender is very complicated, but we're going to dive into that. So there's some major things you want to remember. So in order to move or pan around your camera, you can, if you have a mouse, you can hold down the scroll wheel, and you can, hold it down and drag your mouse around. Or you can hold down shift, and there's this squiggly button at like the top left. Hold down shift, hit that squiggly button, and then move around as you would move in Roblox. Now we're going to go, and this is how you would insert your assets, your accessories, your character practically. First, you want to go to File, which is in the top left corner. Then hit Import. So hit Wavefront OBJ. And you want to go to where you saved your character accessories. And then you want to hit the accessories where you name. I did McLee Aesthetic Graphic Accessories OBJ. Hit that and hit Import. And then now you want to edit it because like it's very large and it's facing the wrong way. So there's going to be some tools onto your left that will help you to move the different objects. So in order to move this around and rotate, the accessories, you want to left click the model that you're going to be rotating for right now. Then you want to hit rotate or move, depends on if you want to like move it or rotate it. I'm going to rotate it for right now. And as you have it selected, make sure to right click, go to set origin, and then hit origin to geometry. Now, you don't have to do that every time you move it. This is for like first time. This will help you so much. So now you want to hit, you want to adjust it to the way you want. And it helps to move around to get better angles to make sure everything is perfect. And now you have your beautiful head. And I would suggest maybe making it a bit smaller. I don't know. And that's where you can hit S on your keyboard. You can make it bigger. That's very big, small, really small. Turn it upside down. You can play around with it if you want a really big head. But right now, let's make it like a normal size. And that works. And then move it. And then bam, there we go. We have our lovely character. So now we're going to go back into File, Import, OBJ, and then you want to go to wherever you put your accessories, and then you want to go and then make sure you click. So I'm gonna do the mug for right now. Then we're gonna hit Import OBJ, and then boom, we have the mug. And now repeat the process again for the bedroom. So let me find it here. It is. Make sure you hit the OBJ file. There's gonna be double. There's gonna be like an MTL. You want to make sure to always hit the OBJ file, and then import that. So now you want to move. Make sure to check everything's correct. Everything looks fine. Okay, we'll be ignoring that because our camera will be here. So now that we have that, now comes the fun part. Yay! Oh, really? So this is like going to go into how to use rigs. First, make sure all our materials are added properly, because I've had a lot of like questions to people have been asking me, hey, my materials aren't loading properly, or when I render everything is gray or like transparent. So this is how we add materials. So first you want to click the object that you want to add the material to. First we're going to start with the torso. Then you want to scroll down in this little right area. Then you want to hit this little red polka dot, but hit that. And then you want to go into this area over here, hit this X, and then you want to hit new. And after you hit new, you want to go into base color, hit this circle, hit image texture, hit open, and then go to, now this is important, now go to where you put your original full character OBJ. Where did you save that? The first thing we did, the first thing we saved. To go to your character, so just hit your username, whichever one you want to hit open images, and then you have your torso. Woo! So now you want to repeat that process for literally everything. Not this room. This room is fine. I'm way too lazy to do that. But for everything except the big component materials, you want to repeat this process. So let's go into that. So now we have our full body, which is textured. You want to make sure to click your accessories, and then want to make sure to go to that same tab, hit the accessories, then hit this X, hit new, and then you want to go to image texture. Now you want to go to wherever you hit open. You want to go to wherever you saved that accessories, hit open images, and then boom. Now that is how you don't get transparent accessories. So now I'm going to show you how to interact with each part of the rig. That's very important. Each part of the rig. So how to move the arms, move the entire character, that stuff. So what I'm gonna tell you first, what we ignore. So ignore this area. There's nothing literally there that you'll need, okay? And ignore that, dude. So now what we're going to do is you want to make sure we're gonna move it. This is how you move the entire character. So you hit this bottom little circle area, and then you can hit the move button. Now as you can see, our head is kind of not moving with the body. We kind of decapitated the poor thing. So hit Control Z to undo. That's also important. But then you want to, as you have that selected, this circle thing, shift click the head, hold down shift and click the head, and then adjust your camera, and then you want to move it inside the room. And then you can use the same different tools, rotate it, and then you have that. Now your character is successfully moved in here. So now, before we go to lighting or getting the mug or anything, we're going to first focus on posing our character. So this is it's not difficult, it's actually really fun, but you have to pay attention, pay attention to natural movements, where you would naturally put your legs or arms or hands or whatever. So now we're going to move up close to the legs. So for right now, I put her in a sitting position in the original graphics. So we're going to click this little there's some black lines at the very top. This is helpful in physically moving the entire head, for doing that. So I'm going to use this red part to kind of make sure she looks like in a straight sitting position, and repeat the process onto the other leg. Sometimes when you're doing this, it's better to get like really good angles so you know what you're doing, you can see it, and zoom in. Don't do it from afar. Do not do it from afar, trust me, okay? No afar joint editing. So now that you have that, this looks very, unnatural, and we don't want unnatural. So now we're going to hit, this is how you bend, like go and bend the knee. I'm gonna hit this, I think it's a red line, but I'm gonna just call it black for right now. This line, and then you only use the rotate tool. So I put one leg up in the graphic, and so you see you have that, and then we're just gonna adjust the leg a bit more so it looks natural, like that. So now that we have our character who's sitting, now we're going to go back to this little black area, circle thing, and we're gonna move the entire body. Oh, hold up, don't be like me. Remember to select the head too, do the smart thing. Now we're going to move it, and adjust our character to where they should be in the bed. So now that we have our characters good, now we're going to adjust the mug. In order to adjust the arm, it's kind of like the leg, but there's this circular part that's at the bottom, which make sure to rotate, which helps you bend it. That's like the bending limb. So I'm gonna bend it like that for right now. And then over here, there's this another circular area which is like literally for everything else. For moving it up and down, you can use both move and rotate tools. And this is like how you physically move the entire arm. Select the mug, do the right click, set origin to geometry. Then you want to move it inside, bring it up, move it to where you want it to go, and then adjust. Our character. Now we're going to, this is the fancy big boy part. Now we're going to focus on lighting. So what you want to do is we're going to go outside by, the window, and then we're going to hit shift, then A. Okay, and then you want to hit light and point. If it's gray, you want to make sure you have, maybe select your room, make sure you have something selected, and then try it again. And after you've added the light, it's probably going to be like right there. So now we are going to maybe change the power. Then you want to hit render. Check that again. That works. Not as much as we need it to, but it can work. See, as you're still seeing that. So then you want to go back into keep changing until you can see dramatic light results. That's honestly what I'd do. Okay, that's much better. Now, wait for this select render. Then you want to make sure to check and see if the lines are forming. So here's a common mistake people do. People put the light too close to the window, so it doesn't give it enough time to make that, line effect. Because people love line effects, apparently, with, window line effects. So in order to achieve that type of line effect, you want to, what I do sometimes is I have like a random object maybe on my desk, and then I use my phone and have like a little, like put the flashlight on, and then I experiment to see what the positioning does it have to do to give me the strongest shadow, you know? Because when you put your light too close, you can see it blurs the shadow, but when you pull it out far enough, it gives you a straight direct shadow, and you want that shadow. That's what we're going for. So now we're going to get out of this rendered view, move to light probe, and as you can see, I put it way too close. I'm gonna move it out a little bit, and then sometimes it helps doing Shift D. That gives you a stronger effect. So maybe move it out a bit more, go up, adjust your light, make sure it looks proper, and then voila, you have your light. So now we're going to check to see if the light is working correctly. But yeah, just play around with the light, make sure you have to, I'm just gonna call it lines. Make sure you can see the lines and look, oh my goodness gracious, is that what, do I see lines? Yep, I see lines. Congratulations, we found lines. Oh, now we're going to be playing around with the color. Now this is what I had a problem with, because I was going for like a little sunset. So for sunsets, you want to make sure it's probably reds or orange. So now this is how you change the color of the light. Make sure you have a light selected. Then you want to hit color. And also you can delete your duplications if you're lazy like me, and then duplicate the light with the color again, so you all have one color. I think that orange might be a bit too much. Might want to balance it out with some like regular white. Yeah, I think we're gonna balance this out too. Or maybe we can add a little red, but like fade it, but like not too much. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see how this looks. Render view. I think we could do with more. Okay, so I think I'm going to go with that color, and then I'm going to duplicate each thing a bit more. The lighting's good, your prop placement's good, your arm placement's good, everything's good, lighting, prop, everything. Now that we have that, now we're going to do Shift A again, and then hit camera. Now this is how you're find a camera. Now this is how we're going to take the render photo so we can, make a render. Now this is important to follow also. So you want to hit the camera, then you want to make sure the camera's selected. You don't want anything else selected, because if you accidentally have something else selected, I kind of don't really remember how to unselect. I'm such a help. Why am I doing tutorials? So you want to make sure you have camera selected. Hit view, cameras, active camera. And now you have a camera. So now the same way you've been moving before, make sure you hold down Shift, squiggly line button, then you can move again. Don't hold down the squiggly line button, just click it once, but make sure Shift is held down, if that makes sense. Okay, now we're going to make sure you want to put where your character is. Make sure you have that in the proper view. And I think that looks good. So now if you want to change the camera, like make sure change like the size, if you want it to be square for like Instagram or profile picture or something, hit this printer icon. And then you want to click inside this where it says like 1920px, 1080px. You want to click that, and then I would suggest 1000 by 1000 for a square. You know, we can do squares, or you can do, there you go, and you can use those dimensions for like a YouTube thumbnail. That's what I'm gonna use now, because this is going to be the thumbnail, the new thumbnail. And then you want to click, after you have this, then you want to scroll down in the same little printer area. Then you want to make sure you have, this says FFmpeg video. I want to make sure to change that to PNG. I like using PNGs because one, if you want to make your background transparent, you can, and two, it's just a much better file to work with. I prefer that. So in order to render, you want to first make sure to hit this camera thing, second thing down. Make sure you're in cycles. Don't go to Eevee. So make sure to have cycles selected, then hit render, and then render image. Hello everyone, I'm back. Now we finally finished loading in rendering our character, and the image probably looks amazing, you know. And now since you have this, you're probably wondering, okay, well, how on earth do I save this? There's so many buttons. But what you do is you go to the top left, hit image, hit save as. So now I'm going to quickly do a speed edit of this, and then we'll reconvene afterwards. you so much for watching. I hope you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, you know, all that jazz. I hope this tutorial helped you understand how to, you know, make a GFX and how to do the whole cool blind light trick thing, because honestly I had no idea how to do this when I first started, and it trust me, it looked really bad. But I'm so happy this turned out well, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye everybody.